love you. I got my own sauce. Look, it's like you put a hex on me. I'm in a trance and glad I can't leave. You show me the things that I cannot see. I'm high off your hocus pocus, ooey. On black girl magic, I have OD. Yeah, they hate but they copy, they cool. Your voodoo is too cool.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you already saw the beginning. This video is about to be crazy awesome. You need to go ahead and subscribe because there's a lot of great things going on this channel. So this unit, y'all, I've had it for several months and I wanted to see what else it could do. This is the Her Given Hair Coily Lace Front unit, and let me tell you, this thing came through. It is gorgeous already. I love the shape and everything. I have it in length 18. Now I have trimmed it some to kind of give it more shape, but you will notice with this hair that you can actually mold it to create the shape that you desire. It looks extremely natural and it can do some things, y'all. So I decided that I wanted to do wand curls on this hair. So I went ahead and washed it first, and I washed it with conditioner only. Do not use shampoo on this hair. It's a little too harsh for this particular texture. Just all the textures. I don't use any shampoo on any of my natural hair extensions, so FYI. So I am going to use a heat protectant on the hair first, and I'm spraying the Thermal Creation heat protectant. After doing this, I'm just going to grab my detangling brush. I'm going to use this to detangle the hair as well as do the tension method when blow drying. So this is what the bristles look like. They're widely spaced. This is a Felicia Leatherwood detangling brush, but you can use any detangling brush that you see fit. Whatever works for your natural hair will work for this unit. So I brushed the detangling brush through a medium to large section of hair, and I stop about 3 inches from the end of the section. And then I'm just pulling it taut, and I'm using the tension method in order to stretch the hair and blow dry it much faster and effectively. So this is the length of this hair. It is in length 18. You can kind of see it a little more. The shrinkage is real. You know how it is with natural hair. This hair acts so much like our natural hair. You can absolutely use this same method on your natural hair if it's this length, or if it's shorter than this length, you can create the wand curl look, blowing it out and doing everything that I'm showing you all. But my hair is not as long, so I use natural hair extensions. And this one is by far my favorite. It is the GOAT. And for those who are a little slow to the party, like I was, my husband has to help me out all the time, and he's the greatest of all time. This one is the bomb, y'all. So after blowing out about this amount of hair, I did decide to trim the ends just so they didn't look too shabby. I did cut this hair once again while it was in its curly state, so you are going to see some see-through ends, and that's because I did it while it was curly, so that kind of messed it up a little bit. But I did trim the hair just to make sure the shape was on point when it went back to its curly state. So I'm now doing the front, and then the blowout is done. It took me probably about 30 minutes to do, and y'all, I was like, man, I need to do the rice water challenge or whatever that is that's been going around. I need to do that. Hopefully my hair will get this long. I want my hair this long one day, y'all. I still believe it can happen. Who's with me? So now we're going to move on to the next step. We're going to begin to add some argan oil to the hair, and this is going to create shine and also act as sort of a pre-heat protectant. So I'm just applying this to the hair, and then after I do this, I am going to part my hair off because I do not want a defined part. I kind of want the style to have more so of a flip over look. So I'm parting it at an angle, and then I'm going to take out some baby hair in the front, and these fuzzies are really going to create a supernatural look. So this is what we're working with. It already looks great. I could literally go out like this. I'm going to put it on my wig stand, or my canvas head rather, and then I'm going to begin to use my hot comb in order to refine the roots. This one is by Andis, and it's from the beauty supply store. Or did I get it from Amazon? May have been Amazon. But I really like this one because it has that little stand so that you can sit it on your table and not worry about the hot comb burning up everything. So I'm just using it, and I'm going over the roots and just making sure they look a bit more tamed and also smoother at the top. So after we've done this, we're going to begin wand curling. Before I begin wand curling, I am going to insert some T-pins to ensure that the unit is not moving all over the place. And then I'm going to put on some gloves. When you wand curl, you need a pair of gloves or you're going to burn your hand, and and you do not want that. It does not feel good, y'all. Trust me. So I'm going to take a small to medium section of hair. This is the wand curler that I'm using. It's by Remington, and I believe I got it from Walmart, and I put it on the highest setting. I believe I put it on 30. Now, when I wand curl, I like to start at the roots, and then I'm going to turn my wand curler so that it's downward and begin wrapping it around the barrel. You want to wrap it around so that the ends are flowing in the direction of the lower or the tapered part of the wand curl. So I like to do it this way, and I also like to keep the strands nice and tight and close together so that my hair is not looking really long. I want it to kind of have a shorter look. So I'm going to show you again. So I'm going to start at the roots and begin wrapping it around, and notice how I turn my barrel downward so that the tapered part is at the bottom. And then I'm going to begin to wrap, and then I'm going to move the hair closer. I hold it there for about 10 seconds, I believe, and then I just slide it off. And the curl looks so delicious. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to continue this process. I'm going to let you all watch this happen over and over again so that you all can kind of get it down, and then we'll move on to the installation process.
Myself ain't never talked to me like that before. No. And I wonder what on earth is he searching for. No wonder why there's no mirrors on these walls no more. You can't tell me why you're so terrified of beautiful. Scared of the good more than the evil. Scared of the light more than the dark. Scared of the truth so much more than the lie. I'm scared for me. I'm scared of me. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Mirror, mirror on yourself, compared to all of the beautiful ones. No wonder why
Alright, now makeup is done, and I've already done the stocking cap method as well. This is the inside construction of the unit. It is a lace front once again, and it has 2 combs on the side, 1 at the bottom, so you don't necessarily have to glue it down or gel it down, which is what I'm going to do, but I feel like it creates a more natural look if you do this process. So I put it on, and as you can see, it already looks great. You don't really have to do this, but I'm going to show you how to make it look like it grew out of your scalp. So I'm going to be using the Got2b glue in the yellow bottle. I swear by this one. I feel like it gives you a seamless install, and it makes the process so much faster. It's also perfect for someone like me who doesn't like to keep their unit on for multiple days at a time. So I'm going to use my blow dryer on the cool setting, and I'm just going to begin to dry it just until it gets tacky, and then after it gets tacky, I'm going to begin to pull it forward. So now it's time to pull the unit forward. I'm going to pull it forward and try to make sure that I cover the side that I'm going to have exposed first. The other side is going to be covered with the curls, so it really doesn't matter how it's laid, but I want to make sure that the other side is laid perfectly. So I'm just adjusting the unit to make sure it's positioned properly, and then I'm going to use the back of my Rat-So comb in order to press into the lace. And I'm also combing out the baby hair and ensuring that I didn't get too much gel on it because I don't want the baby hair to be sleek for this style. Now there are some areas where I do need to go back in and apply some more of the gel. So I'm just applying some to the back of my Rat-So comb and just inserting it where I have that little opening at the top. And I'm just going to put it there, use my blow dryer on the cool setting once again, and then after it's tacky, I'm going to use the tip of my comb and I'm going to go to the very edge and press it down. This is going to really create the grown out of your scalp melted lace type look. You want to add your gel, blow dry it, and then go at the very edge with your comb, and you're going to just press down. So now I'm going to remove the clip where I had my curls gathered, and I'm going to begin to comb the hair in the area near where my edges are. And I'm going to use some Got2b glue freeze spray in this area because I want this to look tamed, and I want there to also be some lift in that area. So this is really going to give you that hold that you need. And it's also going to create a really laid look. So I'm using this baby hair comb. It has a comb on one side and also a brush on the other. So I'm using the comb on some areas when I start, and then I'm going to begin to use my brush. When this process is complete, I'm going to wrap an elastic band around the front, and this is going to help to set not only the gel but also the Gossipy Glue Freeze Spray so that the area in the front can be laid down. And I'm trying to make sure that when I wrap it that I'm not pressing on the curl that I had in the front, so just be conscious of that. And also don't have your baby hair under that little wrapping because it's gonna look more laid, and we really don't want that to look laid. We want it to look frizzy, which will create a natural look. One thing to keep in mind for the longevity of the style, you don't need to separate the curls. I just went into the roots and just kind of finger combed just a little bit, but I did not separate. So if you want it to last longer, don't separate.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful eyes. Myself ain't never talked to me like that before. And I wonder what on earth is he searching for? No wonder why there's no mirrors on these walls no more.
Now, for those who may be wondering, how in the world do you preserve these curls at night? Y'all, all you need is a silk bonnet or a satin bonnet. I use this one from Lily Silk. Lily Silk. Why could I say that? I used this one and it was definitely a lifesaver. So I'm just going to tuck the curls in under the bonnet and go to bed. And then the next day I remove the bonnet and my curls were still intact.
Can't tell me why you're so terrified of beautiful. Scared of the good more than the evil. Scared of the light more than the dark. Scared of the truth so much more than the lie. I'm scared for it. I'm scared of it.
I do want to also share that before I got in the shower, I did apply my elastic band once again. If you want your unit to be laid and not lit with the Gossipy Glue gel, if that's what you're using, then try that technique. It's going to really help you. Or you can use a scarf. So I posted on Instagram this weekend and I got a ton of questions. One question being, will the hair revert back to its coily state? Yes, it will. I tested it out. I just rinsed it with water and then applied my Aussie 7-in-1 Miracle Conditioner and then just used my Denman brush in order to define the curls, and it was back to normal.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Alright y'all, that's the end of this tutorial. I hope that you all enjoyed this very thorough tutorial. I tried to be as detailed as possible to help you all out. Be sure to check the description box for the link to this particular unit. Leave your comments and feedback. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I will see y'all in my next video. Love y'all. Bye.